think something new under the sun. You can't take back them things you already done. No. You blame.
Oh, shit. How we doing, guys? It's episode 54 of the Erick and Brad Show. Coming at you for the 54th time. And finally, we don't have guests. And it's just relaxing. We don't have to worry about Zoom. It's just us, baby girls. Just me and you. Me and Brad. It's kind of like a polygamy thing we got going on. It's just us. It's me, you, and Brad in your ear. And we're here for the 54th time. I'm in sunny, not so sunny Portland, Oregon. He's in Williston, North Dakota, I believe. And it's just a beautiful day. Kind of. It's just nice not having to wear a fucking sweatshirt anymore. I'll tell you that. Great. Warming up. I think it's warming up in Brad's neck of the woods. I'll put my phone on silent this week so we won't get so many cat noises. I can't promise anything about the dog. She's walking around. I can't help it if she barks. It's been an excellent day. How's Brad doing? Let's get this thing going.
Good. It's right now I'm doing switching the house to AC during the day and the heat at night. It's that kind of vibe. You know what I mean? Jelly bean?
Are you do you like it cold when you sleep?
Like 69. That's what I said it to.
But if it goes down to like 55, you're not a happy camper.
No, that seems a little too cold for me.
I'm the dude. The colder it is, the better I sleep.
Dude,
as long as it doesn't get down to like in the 40s, then it's a little. I mean, but if I have down blankets and shit, fucking get freezing in that room. I don't give a shit. I'll sleep like a baby.
Dude, I was sick all week long.
Sick?
Yeah, I had a cold, a really bad cold.
Rona? Get that Rona?
I don't think it was. I don't think it was COVID. I'm pretty sure it wasn't COVID. I'm pretty sure it was just a cold. But in this last week, I've consumed enough Dayquil and NyQuil to cure like a small Indian village of COVID. Because it was just Dayquil during the day, NyQuil during the night, just like in a haze. Probably talking like an insane person. Because I think that they call it feeding a cold. I don't know. But it's either you starve a cold or you feed a cold. I think that's what the terms are, and I like to feed the cold because I just do fucking NyQuil, Dayquil, NyQuil, Dayquil. Is it nighttime? Is it daytime? I don't know. Just keep taking things. Will you
explain yourself? Because it's funny. I feel like I've heard that before. Feed the cold? Starve the cold?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
I think the first time I heard it, I was like, does that mean that you're just eating a lot of food? But I think it's like taking a lot of cold medicine, or either that, or some people are like, no, just starve the cold. Don't take anything and just let it run its course and go away. I could be wrong. If that's the case, though, I prefer to feed it because I just take a whole bunch of stuff.
Okay. Rock and roll.
But it was kind of shitty week because of that.
Being sick sucks. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, it does.
Well, that does suck, buddy. Oh, man, I lied to you. I tried to turn
Jesus fucking Christ.
I tried to turn
God
it down.
damn it.
I was in the process of turning it down. I was like, oh, I guess I just lied to everybody. And
who the fuck is texting you?
No, I don't know what. I shut the phone off. I shut it off, and I turned the volume off. I don't know. I don't know what just happened. I don't think it was a text.
Good God.
I think it was a notification.
I'm sure your chick is home, and I'm here, so I don't know.
No, chick's not home. She had to she has to work. Now she has to go to town to work now for the few weeks. So I finally got something for the show here. Yeah, I'm sure you're going to be happy.
Oh no.
No. This is good. This is all good news. I don't know if I can pick it up, and I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if you can see it. Okay, it's made into both cameras.
Oh. Uh-huh.
So I hooked my Zoom up to my mixer. So now I have double the fucking recording going on. So as far as audio is concerned, it's pretty much foolproof. Like, if this fails, I have a backup. So audio should be recorded every single time perfect. And no excuses on my end. I spent an hour trying to... I did this today. I started like an hour and a half ago. And I sat down, and I just sat here for like 10 minutes thinking of what the best way to do fail-safes is. And I can't figure out how to do it on my video yet. I can't record. I'm using a video camera, but I can't record the video camera and send a fucking signal out of the HDMI cable at the same time. So I was like, well, I could get 2 cameras and then record one and just set them side by side. That would be one way. But I was like, there has to be... If anybody has any ideas, if there's any AV guys around here listening that have any ideas of like how... Then I was like, I wonder if they make a box that I could like run an HDMI into, and then it has like an input output and a recording device put into it. But it just like... I don't know.
Well, I don't think you've had problems with video.
I haven't, and I thought that too. I was like,
far.
I've never had a video problem. But now that we're doing fail-safes, it's a pretty easy thing. Like, I got the audio fail-safe. Something could happen to video. And I've heard, watching YouTube videos, I've seen that from a few guys that do, like, podcasts or do YouTube videos. They all have, like, fail-safe cameras and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like,
Jesus.
You know what I mean? And it makes sense for something, I don't know, if you're taking it really serious and you do like fucking interview with Oprah or something like that, you're not going to risk, you know what I mean? Something going wrong. You got to have a fail safe running in the background. At least that's what I've seen. So I don't know. At least I got audio taken care of.
That's good news. Yeah, that's good news. That's the main problem.
And then I'm sorry about last week. It wasn't that bad. I listened to the episode through and through yesterday, and it wasn't that bad. It does suck, and it's been multiple times that we've done trivia. And it's funny because I think even if I fuck up syncing our audios when I'm editing, I think 99% of the time you'll never even notice. But then when we play trivia, we're like... Bam. We talk back and forth real quick. And so you'll say something and I'll answer you right off the bat. Whereas when we're in conversation, it's harder to pick up because one person's just talking for a longer period of time.
Yeah. That's an interesting... I never thought of that. That's a good point.
I know it's happened at one of our other problems we had was an episode that we did trivia. And I'm wondering if we've had a lot of audio problem sync-ups, but no one's ever noticed it except... when you do trivia that it becomes really apparent.
Yeah.
I thought I nailed it. I thought I knocked it out of the park and everything was encoded.
I thought you did too.
Everything was encoded and fucking done. And I don't remember when I first saw it, but I was like, oh, motherfucker.
Well, because to write the description, I click through like every 5 minutes. Click, just so I can write. I just get the whole description of everything that was talked about. To write the descriptions of the episodes, and usually when I do that and there's an issue, that's when I see it. But when I did that for last episode, I didn't see anything, so I was like, "It's fucking great."
But one of our listeners said that he saw a problem, and then I definitely found the problem. There was a problem. You would like answer, and I would answer at the same exact time you answered when I was answering your answer. But whatever.
1991. When were you born? Who was the George Washington? Who was the first president?
Yeah.
Was it like that?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm just all my mind. Well, most of my mind. Half of my mind is on work, and the other half of my mind is on driving to Idaho on Friday. Fuck! It's so much work to drive to Idaho.
At least it won't be fucking 10 feet of snow and fucking windshield wipers going. And white knuckling it all the way there with one car.
Yeah, where's the road?
Yeah, at least it won't be that. So,
I hope not, dude. I have PTSD from that last time. I'm scared to just do this drive now because of what I had to go through last time. So hopefully it's not like that. And then I got of all these people and all this shit, and it's like,
See, don't you wish we lived? This is what I can't wait for: is the day that autonomous vehicles become like badass. Because these kind of trips would be so nice with it. When you could just forget about driving, just turn your seat around, kick your feet up on the back seats, and fucking
yes.
put on fucking The Shining and fucking and just go to sleep.
And then, yeah, and what I would do is if say you have a 12-hour drive, I would just leave at like 8 o'clock at night, and then I would just sleep all the way there. And then when you wake up when you're there, and it's just morning in Idaho.
Yeah, you just wake up and car is just ding, you've arrived, and you're like, oh, great, this is fantastic. That was a great night.
Well, yeah, I mean, most of the thinking is about the driving, but the other part's just being there. It's just I get a lot of anxiety there, more than here.
What? That's so weird.
So, I know.
You're an odd duck.
There's ghosts there. There's history. There's ghosts walking those buildings.
Yeah, I think I have more. I probably have a lot more ghosts in Sandpoint than you do, and I get zero stress when I go there. I guarantee I do.
No, I don't think anyone has more ghosts than me.
That's
It's all about me.
Okay. Rock and roll.
So I'll be gone next week. Brad's taking a vacation.
So
Woo!
It's the Erick and show. It's the Erick and show.
I was thinking when I was there, it'd be cool. I had this thought when I ordered the stickers. If you want a free sticker for the Erick and Brad Show, email us at erickandbradshow@gmail.com. To like slap one on a stop sign and take a picture of it. But I was thinking, if you post that picture then on social media, are you posting a picture of yourself committing a crime?
Well, if you just post a
I don't
picture,
know.
no, unless you like posted a video of yourself sticking it to the deal. But you still, there's a benefit of the doubt. Trust me, watch a lot of Law and Order. Okay, I'm pretty much a professional at all this, and there's no admission of guilt. There's reasonable doubt there. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
I just saw the sticker on a sign. Can't be responsible.
It was a thought I had. It was a thought I had when I bought the stickers. I don't really want to do it anymore, but
yeah,
it's gonna be an interesting week.
Defacing, public property or some shit like that.
Very childish.
So, I'll tell you what, man. There is something I really hate about. I don't know how they do it over in North Dakota, but I like the way they do it in Idaho, and I fucking hate the way they do it here. It irritates the shit out of me. So we missed our fucking trash day last week, which is Thursday morning, and fucking we had some trash. It was the baby shower, and like we had trash.
Oh.
It was fucking full, and we needed that shit to get dumped. And then she's like, on Friday, she's like, so yesterday, the girls goes, we forgot, and God damn it, son of a bitch. So this morning I wake up, I load my truck just full, and I had a little pile of crap out in the backyard of wood and some scrap pieces of plywood and shit. And so I loaded all that in my truck, took it all out of the trash can, threw it into my truck. Anything I could kind of find, but it closed at noon today. So I was kind of in a hurry. Like, okay, I got to get this shit done.
The dump?
Done this morning. Yeah, on a Saturday.
Okay.
So
yeah.
I fucking take off to the dump. But I didn't. Once I left, I was like, God damn it, I should have taken one of the sheets of plywood out and put it over the top of all the trash and then strapped it down so I don't have to worry about things flying out the back of the truck. Because nothing flew out, but I had to get on a 45-mile-an-hour road for like 8-10 miles. And I just was nervous. I like drove 40 the whole time because I could see the bags like shaking back there. I'm like, God damn it, I don't want to lose trash. I don't want to be that asshole losing shit on the street. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I drive to this fucking dump. The dumps fucking suck here. They suck donkey dick. Like they're just in there.
Why?
They're just cunts.
They weigh you?
The way everything about them is just fucking dumb. Like when you grow up in Idaho and you're used to those dumps that you just pull into, fucking throw your garbage and get the fuck out, nothing matters. Once you come here, it's bullshit. It's fucking, you pull in this line, you wait in this line of cars, then you have to drive up on this fucking lift. So there's different ones. They're all over. And so I went to the closest one to my house, which is bullshit because it's the most expensive one around. But I didn't feel like driving just $10 fucking to go dump trash. So I drive to the Hillsboro dump, which is a landfill. It's like a big fucking dump. And in the middle of, kind of in the middle of shit, it's just this fucking landfill we have here. And wait through the line, get up on the fucking thing. Lady's like, what's in the trash bags? I'm like, fucking household trash. She's like, we don't accept food garbage. I'm like, I don't. It's like, she's like, is it from a kitchen, a bathroom, or blah, blah, blah? I'm like, yeah. She's like, we won't accept it here. You fucking bitch. Like, god damn it. Like, I was so goddamn mad. She's like, here's the fucking paper to this. You want to go to this transfer station. And I'm just like,
oh my God.
Mm-hmm. It's like, get in the car, fucking take off. I was so fucking mad. Like, part of me was ready to pull right out front of their place and just throw all my fucking trash out in front of their fucking place. I don't know. I was fucking mad. It's like, fuck you guys. Like, you sons of bitches. And then once I leave, then I'm having the thought. I'm like, if I get to this next transfer station, I was like, I'm asking the dude where they transfer the garbage. I was like, if they transfer that shit to this landfill, I'm burning this motherfucker down. Like, I will burn all these motherfuckers down. And then so I fucking had to drive another 25 minutes out, slow, freaking out, worrying about trash flying out the back of my truck. Get to that fucking transfer station. It was a little cheaper there, but it's $65 flat rate fee for truck, car. Yeah, it's fucking expensive to dump here. Like, stupid expensive to dump here. Yeah, it's not like Idaho where you just get a little fucking tag and when you pay your property taxes, and it doesn't matter. You could fucking every day show up with a fucking load of truck trash and no one gives a shit. Just dump it in the dumpster.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here they fuck you. They fucking rail your asshole about trash. It's so dumb.
Dude.
It's really irritating.
If you want people to get rid of their trash properly, you got to make it easy. Jesus Christ. No, even even when I lived in Idaho in 2015 and part of 2016, I lived at a house where there was no trash pickup. So my landlord just gave me a sticker. So every week I just took my own trash to the dump. He's like, there's no trash pickup here. I'm giving you the sticker. You just take your stuff there. And it at some points it led to bags of trash just sitting in the back of my Subaru for days. And but all I did was pull. Yeah, it got stinky. But I would just pull into the dump and the lady would just look at she would just wave through the window. And she saw that I had the tag, and she just waved through the window.
Yep.
And all your job is to take whatever you're dumping to the right section of the dump. There's dumpsters.
Yeah, they're all labeled.
Other shit.
Yeah.
So I just would drive to the dumpsters and just get out and just fucking launch my bags in them and take off.
No, it's a bunch of fucking bullshit here. And then what doesn't make sense to me is when you go to the dump, it should be cheaper to go to the dump, to take your own shit to the dump, but it only costs me fucking. For a big can of trash that gets emptied 4 times a week, which I fucking fill up.
4 times a month.
Or 4 times a month, sorry.
Yeah.
Fucking.
It's like
now I don't.
$10 a month?
Now I don't remember what I pay. I think it's $60 a month or something like that. So it's like, essentially, what I did today was just a little bit more than what they do once a week, and it cost me the same amount to do that 4 times a month. It's like, why does this make sense? Why can I have 4 times the amount of trash and it costs me the same as this if I just take it to the fucking source? Take it to where the
it should be free.
Garbage is going.
Yeah.
It's just irritating. I hate it.
But yeah, I know here, like, they weigh you on your way in and on your way out.
Dude, waste here is construction. Get the fuck out. Shit gets spendy. Construction waste here is like, fuck, I want to say $110 a yard. And a fucking trailer, you could have a 10-yard fucking trailer to fucking do the math. You know what I mean? Like, fucking expensive. Construction waste adds the fuck up. And it's like, it's fucking, I don't know. They'll charge you construction waste for a thing of pallets. It's like, the fuck out of here. You're charging me $110 for a thing of pallets? Fuck off. Like, just throw that in the wood pile and burn it, you fucking assholes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Real problem.
The old school way people would find a dirt road and they would drive down it and then just push their washer and dryer fucking onto the side of the road and leave it there. But it's so weird. I was thinking about it today. I was thinking about trash today at work because I was kind of being a productive little bunny rabbit today at work, and I was putting all my trash in a bag and like tying it, and I'll be like, I'll get rid of this later and I was thinking, whenever you're being productive, whenever a human being is being productive, they are creating a lot of trash. Whenever you're like cleaning your house or doing anything really, I feel like you're creating a lot of garbage. And then I'm like, well, even when you're being a lazy piece of shit, I feel like you're creating a lot of garbage then. I was just thinking like, man, I create a lot of garbage, just me, myself. I feel like I am responsible for a lot of trash, whether it's productive trash or lazy trash.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about that today. That's so weird.
Trash is pretty bananas. But
yeah.
I think I'm responsible for a lot of it, but a lot of it, I get super irritated at the way a lot of things are packaged, and it just irritates me. It's like, why is this packaged and then individually packaged within the package? This doesn't make any fucking sense. Shit like that. It's like, this isn't my fault that I'm creating this much trash. This is these assholes' fault for they're creating a product that's gonna create a lot of trash.
Yeah. And there's a disconnect because as soon as it leaves my bin at the end of my driveway, it's basically out of my mind.
Yeah.
I don't know what really. There's a huge disconnect there. Like, it's someone else's problem at that point.
Yeah. Yeah.
The planet Earth.
Yep. Yeah. That bitch mother.
Yeah. Speaking of trash, I went to a mall last week.
Ooh.
And had a little walk down memory lane. I went to Minot, North Dakota. Not a huge city, but a huge Air Force base in the city. Also huge the birthplace of rapper. City.
Oh shit! Fucking Minot.
I mean, it's bigger than like a Coeur d'Alene, but huge Air Force base there. Also, birthplace of the rapper Wiz Khalifa. But there's a pretty big mall there. And
Wiz Khalifa was born in Minot, North Dakota.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
That's weird one, huh?
It is.
But just went to like Spencer's and didn't go into Hot Topic. Just went to all these kind of stores that used to be like cool to go to, I feel like, when I was younger. Man, the malls are depressing places these days. I don't know how they're open. Like the shoe stores in there's nobody in there. I'm like, who's buying shoes from a store?
Dude,
I buy my shoes online.
Our malls are really quite popping, honestly. I mean, I haven't been there since COVID.
Really?
But yeah, it's surprising how popping they are here.
It's I don't know. It seemed like a dead zone. I don't know. Like a dead kind of idea even to just go there and shop. I don't know. It was weird. And I used to love going to the store Spencer's, and I know that probably sounds pretty stupid, but it was like they had cool like t-shirts and stuff like that, and everything in there is all just The Office. It's all just The Office, like shot glasses and mugs and t-shirts. It's all shit about The Office or shirts that just say like "Shut up, Karen," and I'm like, this is not as cool as it used to be.
Huh.
Just kind of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I never liked Spencer's. I don't know. I never liked that store.
I just thought they had nice, cool shirts, and they even had some cool like Led Zeppelin shirts and stuff. And I'm like, oh man, like 16-year-old Brad would have bought some of this stuff, but I'm not gonna buy anything today.
Yeah, I still go to the same store. When I'd go to fucking the mall, I mean, I'd like walk through Hot Topic, but I'd never buy anything there.
No.
But I'd like go check it out, see what's going on in that deal. Spencer's I'd go into, but I never bought anything there. And then, but I've been going to the same store since I was a little kid, which is Zoomies, and I still go to Zoomies, where I get
Zoomies.
I get the majority of my clothes from Zoomies. It's just I've never switched off of the mindset, except now I'm starting to get away from it because they've changed their clothing. Now their clothing is like they're focusing on like the new style, obviously, which they should. That's smart of them.
Yeah.
They gotta
Yeah.
stick to the kids. But the new style and like menswear, and see, I've always gone for pants. That's what I get, and then I pick up shirts because whatever, I'll get a shirt anywhere. But if I'm gonna get pants somewhere, I'm gonna get a shirt with the pants, type deal. But the new pants style is the fucking big waist, and then it's not skinny jeans. They're like parachute pants. You know the jean style I'm talking about, which is like the new fad, and I do not fuck with that. Which is, there's like the sweatpants that do it too, like that are like big, and then they get like tight at the bottom. But then jeans are like starting to do that too. It's like a weird cut. It's like big, and then it like at the ankle it just gets super fucking tight. I'm not into it. So I can't buy jeans at fucking. They don't have any other jeans. That's like all they have. It's like, well, fuck this. Out of here now.
I thought you said Zoomies. I thought you said Journeys. That's why I sent you a picture of Journeys store. I don't know.
No, Zoomies. Are you all hopped up on Dayquil right now, or is that where we're at?
No, it was just hot today. Oh, and also whenever I walked into, because then I went to like Barnes and Noble too, and I was looking for books and shit like that. And every store I went into, I always had the mindset of, I could find this. I know I could find this cheaper online. And I was like, it's so sad I have that mindset. But everything I picked up, I was like, I'm not going to buy this here because I could just order it and it would be cheaper. It was a weird fucking experience. Anyway.
Yeah. No, yeah. I hear you hacking. I don't know in I'm telling you, in metropolitan areas, they're holding on. It's definitely not what it was in like the early 2000s, but I think it's more just something to do here. Yeah, and they're so big. Like there's one here, the Washington Square Mall, and it's so big. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like you can't. It's still kind of fun to go to because, there's a lot of shit there. And they got like the Cheesecake Factory, and the Tesla has a store there, so it's like,
oh Jesus,
there's like shit to do. Yeah.
No, I mean this mall had like has a water park in it, which I didn't even know. So I just walked by and I just looked looked at a window, and I like had to look again, and there's just like pools and water slides and shit, and I'm like, oh Jesus Christ! Oh, there's people in there. That
must be a pretty big mall then.
Kinda. I didn't know
they just had a fucking water park in there. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Hell yeah.
I had 2 moments this week of losing my fucking mind. And
oh Jesus.
I don't know how much I want to say about that. So
Was it at the dump?
No. I was driving home. God damn it. I don't know if I want. Okay, oh, no. I'm driving home.
Oh no. Oh God.
No, it's everything's great. I was driving home. I had myself a road soda. You know what I mean? And and I'm like fucking right next to my fucking house. Like 15 blocks away is where you first hit the Nike World Campus, and then that's how I go home every day. Is I just zigzag. I hit one side of the Nike World Campus, and then I turn and go down the other side street that goes like dead through the middle of their campus, and then it pops out, and then I do a left, and then a right, and a left. I just zigzag. I skip all these streets and just go through all these little back streets to get to my house. And I'm coming down one side of Nike, and then I turn on one, and at the light, I'm like, why is traffic backed up? Like, this is just a weird place. Traffic does not back up here. Like, I do it every day. And then I turn on the street, and it's just backed up, and it's taking forever. And I can see that the street, like, does some hills, like, dips up and dips down, dips up and dips down. So I can, like, see on the first dip, I see all the cars. And then and then it dips down. And then the second dip, I see all the cars. Yeah, or, kind of like that. But then on the third dip, it like goes uphill, and I don't see any cars for a long stretch. Like, it's just an empty road. And I'm like, well, what is in the middle here that's fucking everything up? Like, well, I don't understand. There's no cars going. Like, even if there's a wreck, like a car will be getting around, and then it'll just be thinned out traffic that's like going fast, but it's just zero. And then I come up around the first hill, and there's just a mob of fucking all black mask signs in the middle of the street. Fucking
a protest.
Yeah, protest going on. I'm like, oh my God, fucking Jesus Christ. And the anger, I got real anger. And then everything just started playing through my head. I'm like, I don't know if I can deal with this. Like, and like I'm sitting there, and they're like, people are like inching forward, and I'm like, if I get to the front of this and people are there, like, this is a dangerous situation, because if someone fucking hits my truck, I don't think I have it in me to not go to prison for the rest of my life. Like,
oh my God,
I really, if someone put a baseball bat to my truck, I'm not good about controlling. Like, in that moment, the anger would be so much, my mind wouldn't be able to process, it wouldn't be able to think about it. Like, I would just go, fuck you, and just fucking bop, type deal. So I just fucking mob up the medium, boop, fuck this. I'm out of here. Like, you know what I mean? Just fucking, I'm not dealing with this shit.
Yeah.
And just, goose fraba. But then I get home, and I'm like, okay, I got to look to see what the fuck was going on. You know what I mean? I asked the girl, I'm like, did something happen today? Did some black kid get fucking beaten or something? Like, what's happening? Why are people protesting? And I'm looking online. Nothing seems to be a big story. And then I find there's this Washington County Scanner Facebook page. So I get on Facebook, look on them, because they usually have like local shit that's going on. And it takes me a while, but I find it. And there's a poster that's going around online that says, on this day, I can't remember, whatever, April 20th, or whatever the fucking day was, is on this day at 5 p.m., starting at Nike and ending at this elementary school, which is like, I don't know, like 7-8 blocks from where they started. They're like, we're protesting this principal for being a racist, xenophobic, homophobic, blah, 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 blah. And it just has a picture of her and has her name. And then I got home, and then I got all infuriated again. I'm just like, I wanted to go back down there. Like, then I'm like, I should fucking go down there. Like, fuck these people. And fucking,
oh my God.
But
no, you shouldn't.
But the whole thing is, like, I guarantee you, I could go up to everyone in that crowd and be like, explain to me why you're protesting this lady. And not a single fucking person, they just be like, well, she's racist. Why? Like, well, I heard she was racist. You know what I mean? It's like, the poster didn't give you any content. It didn't, like, get, like, a tweet or something. It was just like, this bit, we're protesting this lady. It was like a fucking elementary school principal? Like, what?
Yeah.
I do not understand this. It just made me so mad. And then I had another thing that happened again.
Well, that's good. You recognized it before you got there in the moment, though, and you diverted.
But it's a real possibility in Portland. There's a percentage
that you just chance. All of a sudden you just stumble across it before you have the
time to get the fuck out. You know what I mean? And it's
yeah.
I don't.
That's scary.
I don't know. There's just it's something weird about being in your car. Like, if there's a fight about to break out with me and another guy, I'll get irritated and the adrenaline will start going. But for some reason, it feels like in a face-to-face confrontation, I have more mental stability.
Yeah.
But in a car, I don't.
Oh yeah.
You know what? I lose it so much faster. Just like, fuck you, like.
Yeah, where you're thinking, I will kill that motherfucker. I will kill him.
Yeah.
I will fucking kill him.
Yeah,
it's so weird.
I passed a bicyclist today, and there's 2 bicyclists in the road taking up the entire lane, just side by side. This was right after trash. This was right after I pulled out of that first one. I was thinking about dumping trash, and then I run into 2 bicyclists, and I'm like, get the fuck over. Like, get the fuck out of the middle of the road, you piece of shit. Fuck you. So anyways, the second thing that happened that was a real problem this week was I get off work. I had another road soda on a different day, and I'm in like the same fucking area. So, but this time I bypass Nike. I turn down the street, and then I hit this, like, there's this street where I live that's like this hidden street. Only locals would know this street. and it's like it connects you between two streets, and it's pretty much a straight stretch, but it's 45 miles an hour. It's like this hidden gem street that you would not think would be that fast. You would think it'd be a 25-mile-an-hour road, but it's just this hidden street in the middle of town that you can just haul ass on. So, like, only local people take this street, but it's pretty close to my house. I lived here for, like, 4 years before I found the street and was like, oh, this is a cool street. But anyways, I'm on that street. I'm doing 45. After work, just normal driving. Just doing the speed limit. And I fucking turn at that elementary school that I was just talking about. Turn at that elementary school. And this fucking Subaru comes up behind me, like a brand new Subaru, like not like a fucking brum brum Subaru, like a fucking Subaru Outback, just a normal fucking new Subaru. Pulls up, I don't really think anything of it, and then as we're going down that road, fucking right on my ass. I'm not exaggerating, 1 foot exactly from my bumper at 45 miles an hour, and I'm just like, Jesus. What the fuck is happening here? And I don't slow down. I'm just like, what are you doing? Like, why are you on my ass? Like, I'm doing the speed limit. What the fuck is the problem? And I am looking, and I can't really tell. And I'm like, oh, it's a black person. It's a black lady, because all I can see is like the way the windows, I'm getting kind of a reflection off of it, and I can't see anything, but I can just see white fingernails and then just the silhouette of a person. And I'm like, oh, it's like a really dark black person. You know what I mean? Like, okay. That's why, whatever. But it will make sense.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I'm not saying there is, but it'll make sense as this story goes on.
Oh, God.
And fucking, so we're going down this road, and then the road at like a half a mile from where this started, the road splits into 2 lanes. And I'm about to, and then right after it splits, it takes a right down this side street. And so it splits, I stay in the right lane, but as like, so the road gets bigger, but the white line doesn't start moving over for a second. You know what I mean? Yeah. And fucking, I stay to where I'm not going to cross that white line, which is no one would. It's not a thing where it starts way late. It's just, and so it splits, and fucking right when the concrete starts going over, but the white line stays the same, she's like on the right side, like trying to pass me, like just trying as hard as she can. And I just merge into the fucking right lane, still doing the speed limit, doing everything. I'm not going slow. Like, I'm not doing anything. I'm like, what is your problem? And fucking, she's like trying to go off the road to get around me. It's like, you could go to the left. You know what I mean? It's a 2-lane road now. Like, why the fuck? What the fuck? And then I have to take a right, the next street that comes up. She fucking takes a right. Still 1 foot from my bumper the entire time. Gets behind me, and then when you take a right, there's this weird little like alleyway type thing that's instant left. And it's kind of a fucking, you have to time it right, because if traffic's coming, you'll never get into it. You'll have to like go past it. And fucking, I get in there, and she fucking gets it. But I'm not going I'm like not just doing it normal. I'm like, fuck you. I'm going to drive normal. I don't give a shit what you do. Go fuck yourself. Yeah. And then once I hit that street, now I'm like mad, and she's fucking going, doing this shit, and the fucking, like yelling at me. I don't know what she's saying, but she's throwing her hands up in the air. And then I'm fucking mad. I'm like, I'm going to fucking pull you out of your car, bitch. Like, I am fucking pissed. And fucking,
oh my God.
And then we're going, and I slow way down now. And it's kind of like, it's a fucking little alleyway street. So I go down to like 10 miles an hour, and now I'm like kind of trying to antagonize her, like, fuck you. Like, you just were being a bitch this whole way here. And then I start going down, and on this street, there's a gas station at the end. There's a pot shop with a taco truck and someone's house. And then on the left side's an Asian market thing that no one like ever goes to. Fucking, we're going down the street. She whips into the pot shop.
It's a drug front.
I'm like, you just had to fucking fly down this road. This was your big fucking emergency, was to get to the fucking pot shop. Like, and then I stop right after she pulls in. I just stop in the street, and I just have a moment of thinking about what I'm about to do. And I'm about ready to get out of the truck in the middle of the street and just start telling this bitch off. But then I'm like, I'm wearing high vis. I'm in a truck. someone's going to pull their phone out and videotape this, and all you're going to see is a fucking bald construction worker in the middle of a street yelling at some black lady. You know what I mean? And no one's going to take my side. Doesn't matter what I do. No one's going to take my fucking side here. And then and then I remember I'm like, and you had a road soda on the way home. And if I stop here, there's a good possibility cops are about to show up. And I'm just like, Goose Fraba, just keep fucking going. Like, she's a dumb bitch. Just forget about it. And then just drove to the gas station. But it was 2 times where I was very upset. Road rage I was at a 99. I was 1 point away from being in serious trouble.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna share the video on Facebook and be like, and we need to end racism right now. another racist POS.
No one ever sees the 5 minutes of her driving on my asshole. You know, they only see the white dude screaming out in the middle of the street.
Yeah, exactly. Jesus Christ.
Sorry. Those were,
Something about it being in the car, though. It's like everything just elevated a little bit. Just a little bit elevated.
Yeah.
Because I guess if you were like walking on the sidewalk and she was walking right on top of you, I mean, nothing. It wouldn't have got to that point. You would have just been like, okay, you can
Jeez
go.
Louises. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
Well, I like...
Well, driving, you're just
I
like
what fucking Rogan says all the time about that, and it makes sense, is that you're at an elevated... You're like... You subconsciously realize what you're doing is dangerous. So you're like at this...
Yeah.
You're at this... You think you're calm, but you're at an elevated state because you're like focused on shit that's going on. And then so when something happens, you're already... You don't realize that you're already at an 8. But when you're just in a car, you're already hyped up. Like your adrenaline's already like at right at a boiling point, and then you just throw something in, it fucking kicks the temperature up a few degrees. Which makes sense. Because it is very hard not to get mad in the car. And it's so weird because I'm not that person. I never am that way, but fucking something about a car will make me that way. Will make me want to get out of a car and scream at a stranger. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know either.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stupid drivers here, too. And I'll do that, like, in the winter when the roads are completely icy. And I'm like, I'm going 25 today on this highway because the road is purely ice. And there's someone on my ass. And I'm like, I don't give a shit about where you have to get to. I'm staying at this speed right now.
Yeah.
I don't care what your fucking rush is. Oh, God.
The best is, I feel like I saw it more in Idaho, is in that situation, especially like in snow, you're like, what are you doing? Like, why are you...
Seriously.
Why are you being an asshole? And it seems like you would get the redemption a lot in those moments. I vividly remember one from, 15 years ago, where some lady was being a bitch, and we're driving from Coeur d'Alene to Sandpoint, and it's like icy fucking roads, and she's driving like it's middle of summer, and it's like, well, I don't know what the fuck you're doing, lady. Like, and then she's like passing people, and then a mile down the road, you just see her flipped off the side of the road, and it's like, dumb bitch, like fucking, you get exactly what you deserve.
Yeah, that happens. I don't know. I always wish I had something to throw. Like, I'm surprised I haven't thrown something, but I always just envision just the rolling down the window and just fucking launching something.
Maybe you could get the trash bags back in your car,
Yeah, and just start throwing fucking old shit at them.
Get banana peels
on their
out.
Car. Yeah.
Toilet paper rolls. Fucking.
Oh yeah. But so many banana peels in my garbage. Speaking of Joe Rogan, have you been following the story of him and the White House going back and forth on each other?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
It's quite crazy. So he had everyone will have their own side. Oh no, the White House is right. Oh no, Joe Rogan's right. Me, I just found it pretty comical that it was even taking place.
Okay,
so Joe Rogan had. And I'll be honest with you. Like, I'm not going to lie to you. All right? I'll be honest. I'm not listening to that many full-on Joe Rogan episodes these days, right? I only really jump in when there's a guest that I love. And this was a show that I listened to that caused all this controversy. And he had the guest Dave Smith on his show a few days ago. Now, Dave Smith is kind of like the king of young libertarians these days. He's like a comic from New York, but he also does like a political podcast, very libertarian. And he was saying on Joe Rogan's show, he's been on Rogan's show a few times, but he was saying that a lot of people want him to run for president and that he might someday. He's only 38. But I'm like, oh, dude, if he runs, I'm fucking voting for him because I definitely trust him very much. And he does the podcast, Dave Smith's Part of the Problem, which I went and listened to an episode of that the other day. But he was on Joe Rogan, and Joe Rogan said the line, they were just talking about vaccines, and Joe was like, he's like, you know, if you're like at risk of COVID, you should get the vaccine. It's perfectly fine. It's probably really safe or whatever. He's like, but if a young person who's like 21 and works out and eats right and is healthy asks me if they should get the vaccine, I'm going to tell them no, that you don't have anything to worry about. And then that went like crazy, crazy viral on the internet. That like went more viral than Joe Rogan's ever gone before. And I had listened to the episode because I love Dave Smith, but then I saw that happening or whatever, and then the White House issued a statement on what Joe Rogan said about the vaccine, and the White House said, no, everybody should get it. Don't listen to Joe Rogan. And I was like, that's kind of crazy that the White House did that. Like, they felt they had to, or whatever. And then Joe Rogan issued a reply to the White House on another podcast saying, don't listen to me, I'm retarded, I'm an idiot. Like, people shouldn't be listening to me, I'm not a doctor. Which is something that he said a lot. But I was like, this is crazy that this is even happening. It was really odd.
That is very bananas. That is interesting.
And I remember times when like NASA's had to issue a thing being like, no, you don't have to worry about the world ending in 2012. And then the White House did it too, something about that. It's like when something goes so crazy on the internet, they feel like they have to comment on it. They're just as bad as the rest of us.
Yeah.
And then that led me to think, when I went to listen to Dave Smith's Part of the Problem, where he just does this political podcast, it reminded me of the week I spent in November or late October listening to political talk radio and watching news all night before the election, and then coming on here and like taking an hour of the show after the election, like explaining the election, and I'm like, I must have sounded like a fucking crazy person, how just like sad and intense it was, and I'm like, I'll probably never be able to listen to that. That must have been fucking crazy.
Yeah. And yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why I did it, but today, and I'm not going to say anything about anything. Nothing really politically is going on. I mean, kind of, but I don't know why. But then I listened to Shapiro, and I was like, I love Shapiro, and I love everything he's about, but then it's just like, I don't want...
He's intense.
I don't want to get into this fucking... This is my whole thing, is I'm trying to get away from Facebook. I don't want... I just don't want to be mad, and it's hard... he makes me mad in the things he's talking about, and it's just like, I just can't do this. I love Ben Shapiro, and I would love to listen to his show, but it just makes me mad, because all he does, really, his whole show is just all about picking apart the most ludicrous of liberal ideas that's happening in the moment. So it's like impossible not to get mad when you listen to him, because like, what the fuck? Like, why are we talking about, I don't know. So
my problem with his show is too many ads. But yeah,
every show, it's just out of control, dude. I get it. If you want to make money, you want to fucking, it's the whole goddamn point. But that's another reason. That's why I really like Joe Rogan, is throwing all the ads up front so that you don't fucking. Yeah. It's such a good way to do it. It's just let me skip all this shit and get to the fucking show. So, this is gonna give you a fucking boner. I know it will, and you're gonna be fucking jealous. You might have to fly to Portland, like honestly, because this is pretty dope. Because I know it's not gonna last for very long. And I couldn't believe it. But the little one is out. She went with the grandma. Hey, grandpa. So we got the weekend to ourselves. You know what I mean? And we've been.
Are you going to a Kanye show?
No. And
Okay.
but we're like, let's do something. You know, we got no little one. Let's go actually do something because we never can. We always have to be home at 8:00 to put the little one to bed. And it's like, you go to a dinner or movie or something like that. I was like, yeah, let's look something, something like that. And so I called to a nice restaurant, made reservations there. That's gonna be dope. Pretty happy about that. And I'm not really into. Then I got on the movie theater page and was looking at what movies they have. None of the movies look good at all.
No.
They all look. They got like Nomadland and Godzilla vs. King Kong and a handful of scary movies. It's like, oh, this is dumb. But there's like this. It's called Century 16 here. It's a nice theater. They got the nicest seats I've ever seen. They're fucking they're so nice. But on their page they have like I can't even remember what it says, but like in a box, like Century 16, and then it would be like this movie in like a box, and then showtimes inside that box, like do.
Yeah.
And then the next box would be the next movie, and then all the showtimes, blah, blah. Well, the top box is like, not a question mark, but something like that. It didn't show a video. It was just like private viewing or something like that. And then all the times are crossed off. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then I spend a bunch of time on the site looking at the other movies.
Oh, yeah.
Watching trailers and shit like that. And then I go back up to that one. I'm like, what the fuck? And I click into it. And it's like for $100, you can just rent the theater and watch all these banked movies. And I'm like, that's fucking dope as shit. And it's like, you just
that is,
pay $100 and then pick a movie and go watch it. If they would have had they only had an option for like 30 movies. None of them jumped out to me. Other than they had Dazed and Confused, Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Other than that, nothing else really jumped out at me.
Huh.
They had
they
had a bunch of movies. They had the original Transformers. I don't know, nothing legit. But I was like, dude, for $100, that'd be pretty damn fun to go do.
Yeah,
like just get a theater, and it's a nice theater. Just get a nice theater for you and a fucking group of friends, and just watch an old OG movie. Be fucking fun as shit.
That'd be awesome.
I just wish that if they would have had a better selection, I would be really excited right now. I'd be like, fucking sweet. Like, I don't know if it was Jurassic Park or something like that, or I don't know. I don't know. Just
you'd think they'd have those. I'm wondering what the other 30 movies were.
Lego Movie was in there. Fucking I don't know. It was just a mixed bag of. It was like it said theater's choice or something like that. Movies. So I don't know. They don't keep all their movies, right? Do they? They don't do that, right? They just keep some.
No. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think they keep any. I guess except those 30. I don't know.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I would definitely. Are they doing that up there? Because how do you know about this?
No.
Or you just kind of put it.
I've heard about it, but no, they don't do it up here.
Because the movie theaters are just open. It's like here they're just trying to fill up theaters. I think because there's no goddamn.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, the movie theaters are open, but I heard about the thing in I think it was Japan where it's like since the movie theaters are closed, you can rent it for like $100 for an hour, but you can play video games or whatever. Oh, that'd be dope. Yeah. So you and your friends could just go play. I don't know what you're gonna play.
Go play Halo in a fucking.
Yeah.
Go play OG Halo in a theater. That'd be so fucking cool. That'd be fun.
So Japan was just doing that because their theaters were closed. But yeah, theaters here are all open, but there's nothing good in them still. Because everything's on cocksucking HBO Max.
Did you say that Godzilla was a good one? I can't remember what you were saying.
Fuck yeah is a good one. I mean, I know Mortal Kombat's in the theater, but I'm not going to see it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw someone going to that movie today, getting on a bus, because they were dressed up real fucking bananas.
God.
Like, real bananas. I'm like, think they're going to see Mortal Kombat is what's going on.
Let's hope they were.
They
going to
had
see
like,
Mortal
you know how
Kombat.
there's the yellow guy and the blue guy? There's like the three guys that
Yeah.
all like look the same. You know, they're all in black,
Yeah.
and then they have like the, I don't know what you call it, but a thing, and then it crosses
Yeah.
and goes down. He had like that, but it was like a color and then a bunch of sparkly shit, like designs and crap like all over it. And I was like, that looks pretty
Jesus.
Mortal Kombat. And I was like, yeah, he is into it. He is super into the Mortal Kombat.
So you guys are just doing dinner and that's it?
Yeah, I kind of canceled the movies because it sucked. Because this restaurant we're going to is, you have to make reservations, and we kind of are honestly lucky to have gotten in by making same day reservations. But we got kind of a fuck time. It's 7:45, so it was either we do something before we go to dinner, but then by the time she gets off work, we have a very small window where we could go see a movie, and I kind of said fuck that. We're just gonna go to this bowling alley place. There's this arcade VR bowling alley they just finished building last year. We're gonna go there, but we can't bowl. They're all reserved out. But I was like, well, we'll just go play fucking arcade games and maybe do the VR thing. Sit and have a drink and then wait for dinner, something like that. We're gonna need some kind of snack because I can't wait till fucking 7:45 to eat dinner. And honestly, kind of filling up a little bit before you go to this place, because if you do 2 appetizers and 2 entrees and a beer, you're looking at like $130. So I might want to do your appetizers somewhere a little cheaper than that.
Right. Hell yeah.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a fun one. I don't know.
So it's kind of weird, and I know, well, you might care. But I'm kind of like obsessed with like Super Bowl halftime shows.
Okay.
And I know it's May, so there's no football going on, and it's like I'm only obsessed with like a few of them. I need to go rewatch because I'm trying to just in my mind build my top 5 Super Bowl halftime shows list. I know my number 1. That's easy. And but I need to go watch other ones because I know there's like I know there's like Paul McCartney, there's the Stones, and I know the U2 / Green Day one was a big deal. And I need to go rewatch some of them just so if I'm going to build my top 5 list. So my number 1 is Prince, and I don't think it's even debatable. Have you seen the Prince's halftime show?
No.
Okay.
I've never seen any of them really.
You discard it because it's the Super Bowl, but you have to understand. I think the Super Bowl halftime show has provided us with some extremely iconic, amazing moments in music. Right? Not to do with football.
Yeah, Janet Jackson.
So
that's the only good one.
No, not Janet Jackson. No. It's an iconic moment, but it's not a good musical performance. Prince is insane. And then I have another 2 that I'm not going to mention, but then there's the Michael Jackson one's insane too. And I think that's a pretty damn good one, just sort of because of the intro. But I went and watched the Prince one again last night, and I'm like, God damn, it's so good. If anybody disagrees with me that it's the best Super Bowl halftime show, like I'll just gun them down in the streets because there's no way that there's a better one than that one. Because it was in Miami. It was during the Colts and Bears Super Bowl, and the director of the Super Bowl halftime show was worried because he thought it was going to rain, and they told him, "Don't worry, it's never rained during a Super Bowl. You don't have to worry." And this is an open stadium. He wakes up the morning of the Super Bowl, and it's pouring down rain, like South Florida, windy and rainy, and he's like, "Oh fuck, dude." And it's like he said that when he was on one side of the stadium, he couldn't see the other side of the stadium because it was so windy and rainy. Meanwhile, Prince's set includes 4 wired electric guitars that he's going to be swapping between. It also includes 2 dancers with him that are twin girls that are wearing 8-inch heels. It also includes the stage that he's on is tile, glossy black tile, which is slick to walk on when it's not wet. If it's wet, it's fucking like walking on ice. And the director of the halftime show is like, oh fuck, this is fucked. This is a disaster. What are we gonna do? And he's like, get Prince on the phone right now. please. And the other guy gets Prince on the phone, and he's like, Prince, hello. And Prince is like, hi. He's like, it's raining. And Prince is like, yeah, it's raining. And he's like, I'm freaking out, dude. Tell me what to do. Are you okay? What should I do? And Prince is like, can you make it rain more? And he's like, oh my God, this fucking guy, dude. And so meanwhile, the show comes, the halftime show comes, and it's like flawless, perfect, with two twin girls dancing in 8-inch heels, Prince swapping between electric guitars on this fucking glossy tile stage, and just like drenched in rain, performing Purple Rain in the purple rain. It's fucking crazy, dude. It's really good. I think. And it's a kind of a crazy, it's like, how could it fucking rain? Like, that doesn't even, it's never rained in a Super Bowl. This is Super Bowl 45 or some shit, and it's gonna fucking rain when it's Prince scheduled to fucking perform it. It's crazy. It's really good. And the Michael Jackson one, it ends really kind of weird, but in the beginning, Michael Jackson was like, all right, here's my only thing. Like, I'm gonna come on stage, nobody start playing music until I touch my sunglasses. When I touch my sunglasses, then you start playing music. And they're all like, okay, that's our cue. We'll wait for you. So he pops up from under the stage, like, pew, pops up in a cloud of smoke and standing on stage. And then he stands there frozen. And so much time goes by, and he's standing there frozen. And there's a stadium of people cheering, whoa, Michael Jackson. And he's just standing there. And it's like a minute goes by, and a minute is a long time to just stand there. And all the musicians are standing there, like with their instruments, with like their notes on the strings, or their fingers on the strings or whatever, like ready. And they're like, what the fuck is he doing? And he's just standing there for like a minute. And then he finally touches his sunglasses really quickly. And then they're all like, oh, fuck. Bang! And it's just like, the intro is kind of interesting that it's almost comical how long he stands there frozen. And like everyone's waiting for him, but other than that, it's a good one. But the Prince one,
have you it's funny to me. You have all these like back, like behind the scenes fucking details, like the conversation between Prince and the director, and then Michael Jackson and his band. Have you like watched documentaries about these or something like that? Like, how do you know these details?
Well, if you just YouTube Prince halftime show, the only video that the NFL has put up of the full halftime show includes one with going back and forth between the performance and the director talking about it. And it's really cool.
There's not just a straight up, here's the halftime.
No, I couldn't find. I could find a clip of just the song "Purple Rain," but not like the beginning too. So no, I couldn't find the full thing. Just the one of the little documentary thing.
I'll have to watch.
And I'd be curious to. You should give it a watch. It's fucking really good.
What year was that?
You're just like, that was like in the mid 2000s.
Man, I don't remember Prince doing one. What were the teams?
I remember the Bears and the Colts. Peyton Manning won.
I don't even
with the
remember
Colts.
that game. The Bear and the Colts.
Yeah.
Early 2000s.
Early to mid, I'm guessing. I'd have to look. I remember watching the game, and when the halftime show was on, I wasn't even paying attention. I was like, I don't know who this is. I was probably like 12.
See, even when I was paying attention to Super Bowls, I wasn't paying attention to Super Bowls. That's how little I've ever cared about that.
And I'd be curious to know if the same director is directing each halftime show, or if they have a different one for each one. I don't know.
I'm sure it's a different one.
I really enjoy it. You think? Yeah, I enjoy it. Because, like with Prince, dude, it's like, it's pouring down rain, you have all this shit, you have 100 million people watching. That's why it's like, I feel like it's a lot more pressure, because it's not like just the people in the arena. You have 100 million people watching. So a lot of people, probably me included, would have been like, well, let's just cancel it. Or let's play some highlights of the game or something like that, because I'm not going to go out there and fall in front of 100 million people, fall off the stage, or get electrocuted or something like that. You know?
Yeah. Prince is in his hotel room fucking snorting Oxycontin. Like, fucking make it rain, baby girl.
Oh, Jesus. Oh. Anyway.
Hell yeah. Are you even a Prince fan? Do you like Prince?
Yeah, I like a couple songs. I like the hits.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I like the hits, and I respect him. because
Yeah,
he's extremely talented.
he's a very good guitar player.
Yeah,
Very fucking good.
fucking.
I don't like
crazy.
Purple Rain. I don't like that, but
I like it.
fucking, you
And I've never seen the movie. I know that.
Mom. That shit.
I know there's a movie, a Purple Rain movie that I hear about, but I've never seen it.
No.
I don't know either.
I do not know. It's one of my earliest
My favorite
memories
halftime show.
as a kid. I remember my dad. Yeah, I just remember getting in a car and my dad had that CD, Purple Rain, and
Nice.
I just remember it, and he was like, "Oh, the CD rocks," and that's like just a blimp of a memory. It was just him like,
Yeah.
"Oh, this is a really good album." Blah, blah.
I remember on like one of my first flip phones, for some reason, Verizon would let you like download one free song a week or something, but it's like they would tell you what song it was. So it's like every week they gave you the option to download this free song on your flip phone. And one week it was like Little Red Corvette, and I downloaded that. I don't know. I remember that.
Hell yeah.
Greatest halftime show though. You no one would ever change my mind.
Well, that's fantastic.
It is fantastic.
Well, you want to wrap her up, or you want to keep going?
That's about everything I have, dude.
Rock and roll.
I've just been playing Madden and working and thinking about Idaho.
Well, I'll see you guys next week, all by my lonesome. So we'll have an interesting time there.
Good luck.
Yeah, hell yeah. I'm excited. So
You've done it before.
yeah, it'll be good. So yeah, episode 54 in the books. We love you guys. Bye.
Dancing to your vibe. I'm holding it forever. Like a treasure from the tree. Right from the tree. My body ain't confused no more. Do you hear that? I'm looking at the sky, see the spark and singing. I've been waiting for a sign. Get up and move your feet. Dance to the beat. Now I'm dancing to your vibe. Girl, if loving you was a crime, then I know I'd be in prison a long time. 'Cause I love you so, and I want the whole wide world to know. Out of sight, not the might is I will tell you. Whoa. Be good, baby, be good. Be good like you know you should. We're rocking it together. Do good and good will follow you. A pleasure so supreme, so supreme. My body ain't confused no more. Tell me about it. I love it when I'm high, see the spark while singing. From the sound that leads away. Been waiting for a sign. Hear what my brother say. Each and every day. Now I'm dancing to your vibe. Music is sweet for your dancing feet. So get up and move your feet. Let love shine bright along the way. Let love shine in your heart each and every day. Idol Al Capone and Alex say, we're losing it together. Enchanting wherever on the sea. Do you hear that? I know I wanna tell you. Sing the song, you could never be wrong. Fire burning in you make me wanna sing. Sing the song, brother. I've been waiting for a sign. you know. Don't leave no stones unturned. The more you live is the more you learn. Woo! Till live the life you love. In love the life you live. Cause music is mine to give. Live and let others live. And your days may be longer upon this land. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Music is sweet for your dancing feet. So get up and move your feet. Let love shine bright along the way. Let love shine in your heart each and every day.